Hello, welcome to my apartment. So, in this video I'll show you my apartment. It's not huge, so that won't be long. It'll be a pretty short video. I'll show you the apartment and then maybe my car too, because a few people asked about it. So yeah, let's get to it. This is the couch I hang out on most of the time. And the couch I fall asleep on sometimes too. And it's positioned perfectly so I can watch the TV which you are propped on right now. And behind me is the window. I used to have curtains on that window, but I took them off because that window is also where I hang out my clothes to dry. Because in the summer I'll open up the window and they get some air, some fresh air to dry. And even in the winter the sun will hit it more directly, so it'll dry better. Behind you is another window which I use when I do big batches of laundry, but I kept the curtains on that one because I usually don't use that much space on it. I'm filming this I would say at night, but it's not really nice. It's just winter, so it's pretty dark in here. So I turned on the light, but I'll try to get some footage tomorrow morning of how it looks when the light comes in. It's actually pretty luminous because I got two big windows on both sides, and even in the bathroom and the kitchen, you'll see I have windows. So yeah, I get a good amount of sunlight. When I moved in here, my predecessor left me quite a few things actually. Almost everything I own right now was from my predecessor. So you'll see I have a very strange bed frame. We like to call it here the cage. My supervisor, when I came in the apartment for the first time, he showed me the apartment, and then he looked at it and he was like, "Ha, cage," and then he left. So yeah, that was funny, and I called it the cage now. It is not the most comfortable, especially because beds in Japan are not very thick, so you can kind of feel the bars through it. Like the metal grid on the bottom. But you get used to it, and now it's pretty nice. I enjoy it. And I brought my own silk pillowcase from Canada for my hair. And then I also had the computer desk, which is better than what most of the other ALTs get here, so I can't complain. I got a lot of furniture. So yeah, I got a computer desk that I moved around a little bit. I had this little shelf here that used to be on the computer desk, but then there wasn't any space to put my computer on it. So I moved it and used it as a separate shelf on which I put my jewelry, my router, all the little gacha and prizes I get. Some of them being cute and some of them not so much, but I just don't know how to throw them away because you'll see how complicated Japanese garbage is in a minute. So where I keep letters from the people in Canada who sent me letters, those of you who haven't, I'll never forgive you. No, I'm just kidding. That's where I keep letters from my family or or things that I plan on sending to my family. And on my desk, there's also a little file classer or whatever you would call it. You know, I'm kind of a minimalist in a way, and that way is that I do a minimal amount of cleaning. So my house is always kind of a mess. I try to clean it up a little bit for you guys, but it'll still be a little bit messy. I have another shelf next to my bed that I use for things that I don't know where to put, because you'll see that in Japan we have very limited storage. So except for food, everything that I have to store in my house is in my room. And so in my wardrobe, I also have all the things that were left by my predecessor that I don't use, like an old ironing board that is pretty dirty, so I don't want to use it. So it's just over there because I don't know how to throw it away. I need to find a collection point and all that. It's kind of complicated, but I'll get to it eventually. Then I had also a TV, which is pretty nice, and with a TV stand, so that's where I put all my extra cables or cables that I'm just not using at the moment. I threw my luggage from where I came under the bed because that's where you don't see it. And I also have two tables, one that's still in the closet because I don't need to use it, and one folding floor table, so like those tables that you sit on the floor. Alright, they're pretty low. Or I guess it could be just a coffee table for when I'm sitting on here. But sometimes I'll switch it up, you know, try to keep it fancy, and by switching up, I just mean putting the carpet at one of the 3 available spots on the floor. That's my big weekly or monthly change to my room. And then I have this big thing, bibliothèque. I have this big, it's not a wardrobe, whatever the name of it is, I can't remember in English right now, but in which I put pretty much everything left that doesn't fit in somewhere else. Here you can say hi to the little Kumamon sake bottle. I also had a few training weights that were left over by the predecessor, so I have those. And my wardrobe is pretty huge. That's something that's nice. It's really big. It's like 2 double doors on that, and so it does have the room to contain all the things that I didn't want to deal with yet. And yeah, you weren't supposed to see that. Listen, you might think like, hey, why do you have alcohol in your bedroom? But you're wrong. Let me show you. This is my bedroom. This is my living room. My bedroom, my living room. Bedroom, living room. Very simple. So it's not the same room, all right? It's separated by a lot of mental gymnastics. Sometimes physical gymnastics too when there's too much stuff laying around, but yeah, this is my room. And yeah, also on my wall, I have just pictures of friends and of my travels. So if you made it on the wall, shout out to you. If you didn't, send me a picture of you and I'll print it and I'll put it over there. My goal is kind of to expand the picture wall to the whole wall at some point. I have a lot of pictures that I haven't put up yet because I'm lazy. Actually, that's really the only reason. And also, I want to make it look good. Also, my predecessor installed some LED lights on this wall, so we can turn this into a different kind of video if we need to. Oh yeah, I got an AC. That's pretty nice because winters here are pretty cold and summers are really hot, so it's pretty good to have it. And especially because the rest of the house is not heated or refrigerated, cooled down. I don't know. There's no AC in the rest of the rooms in the rest of the apartment. Insulation in Japan is not done as well as in Canada, so the house gets really cold for the rooms that don't have any heating. So yeah, I'm fine usually because Tsuruga doesn't get as cold as Montreal, but it's still we still go into the negative degrees, so you still want to have that option of heating up your house available. Alright, so it turns out it's a very rainy day, so there's not much light coming through. But you get the idea, right? That's the room, that's where the light would come in, and then that's also where the light would come in and it would hit this spot precisely. So yeah, usually it's a pretty, well, even right now, for a rainy day, it's a pretty luminous room. But yeah, let's go see the rest of the apartment. So here, when you come out, I have my laundry machine with my little laundry basket. I won't show that too much because it's a bit messy up there. But yeah, so I have my laundry machine, but I don't have a dryer, so that's why I hang my clothes out to dry. And then here we have the genkan, so like the little entrance when you come in my apartment. You take off your shoes, you leave them here, and then you walk barefoot or in your socks. Here I have the mailbox, which I think is kind of a funny contraption. Let's ignore those bills and ignore that too. Fun fact, my lock locks the other side, so that's unlocked and that's locked. Just a little fun fact. And here I have just space to put my coat, my raincoat, shoes, all of that good stuff. Ignore that part too. So let's back up. When you exit the room, you have the machine, the can, and then straight ahead you have the kitchen, which looks like a almost commercial kitchen, which I kind of like. I like the metal in the back, the how do you call it? Splash guard or whatever. But it's basically just a wall. It's easier to clean. It looks fun. I have the sink. Ignore the dishes in there, and that's the only space I have to cook, so that fits exactly one chopping board this way. But yeah, at least I have a gas oven, which is kind of nice because, you know, I can get a walk and do some actual cooking. Then here I just have like all my like spices and things like that, and oil and snacks. Here I have my microwave, air fryer, and then a few other things. My my refrigerator, and on it I have papers to explain how to sort the trash, because Japan is very picky with its trash. So, for example, in the brown bags, I throw organic things and some other stuff that are too dirty to go in the pink thing. The pink thing being some types of plastic. You have to watch. You have to look at every packet to know if it's the right type of plastic that to go in this one. And then the yellow bag is for plastic bottles, but not caps, not wrappers, so that you have to take off and put in the pink bag. And then if it's not a plastic bottle, but it's a metal, a can, or a glass bottle, then it goes in the green bag. And if it's metal but not a can, it goes in the blue bag. And if it's too big, you have to call them so they pick them up, or you bring it there. If it's other types of paper, there's other ways to recycle it. So yeah, and then that's what a weekly schedule of trash collection looks like. So yeah, that's why my trash can looks like this. So here is just the green bag that I have on the side that I have to throw away because it's kind of full now, but it's just metal cans, so it's not too bad to have that around the house. And then the blue one is hanging on one side, the yellow one is hanging on the other side. On top is the brown, and on the bottom is, well, right now it's empty, but it's the pink one. Here we have the entrance to the bathroom. So basically, here's the sink, and then that's like the little entrance to the bathroom, or bathrooms, should I say. So basically here, you have the wet shower. Don't mind the cleaning sponge. I'm still in the middle of cleaning, but you have a wet shower, so that means that whole room gets wet when you take your shower. It's like it's made of like, it's not tile, but like plastic material, so that it's alright to get wet. So the first half is your shower. So this is where you stand and you take your shower in, and then you have your little rack and all that. And then this part is the bath. So you can take your shower and then jump right in to the bath. It's the same tap for your shower and your bath. And here is the second part of the bathroom, which is the toilet. Nothing very interesting. I don't even have a bidet for a Japanese toilet. That's a shame. I do have a heating seat though, but no bidet. Ignore the towel in the back. We had a little leakage problem, and just to make sure it doesn't happen again, that's why I keep a towel there. And then we have this, which is whenever you flush the toilet, the water, instead of going directly to the tank, it goes to there to go to the tank, so then you can rinse your hands. I don't really use it for two reasons. First, there's nowhere to put soap, and second, there's nowhere to put a towel. So since I also live alone, I'll usually just, you know, leave the door open and then shoot, go to my actual sink, which is more equipped for washing my hands. Oh, it's so cold, I don't want to do this, but let's go see the car. It's also raining, so I'll make this really quick, but basically here's my apartment, here's my parking spot, and here's Theo. That's my car's name. It's Alvin's little brother slash sister. Alvin's my car back in Canada. So this is Theo. Theo's a K car, so it means a smaller car. Well, I don't know exactly how you regulate a K car. It's a bit different, but they're usually like those chunky looking cars. As you can see, I drive on the other side of the road. I also have this armrest while I drive, which sounds crazy. I don't know, it feels weird to me. And I also have this screen, which we might be like, oh, it's your GPS or music or whatever, which you wouldn't be wrong, it is, but it's also a fully functioning TV that works even when you drive. So I'm not sure how that works safety wise. It's also very tall for some reason. I don't know why. Not all the LTs have cars this tall, but yeah, it's pretty fucking tall. Also got a little cooling compartment in there, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, that pretty much does it for my apartment tour. You got to see pretty much everything. That wasn't very long, but as I told you, it's not a It's not a big apartment. It's honestly pretty good for a person living alone. I don't need much more than this. I think the only part where I would like more space is the kitchen, so I could cook more. I hope you enjoyed it, giving you a little bit more of a peep in my everyday life. Not the not the most exciting content, but I also think it's good to let you guys know in what environment I make this content and what my everyday life is like. Pretty much everyone watching these videos right now are people that I know personally and that were genuinely curious as to what my life here is like. So yeah, there's your answer. Let me know if there's anything else in my everyday life that you'd like to see. As you may have seen while I was going through my car, there's like there's a little bakery right in front of my house, which is very nice because like it's literally 30 seconds walk. So I can be in the middle of a show and think like, oh, I haven't had breakfast, and just walk there, grab something, and come back, and done. So yeah, if you're interested in more of like the things I do during the day, the places I go, well, to be honest, I don't do much during the day, but I could pretend that I have a daily routine and then show you all the things that I enjoy doing on a day-to-day basis. So let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.